Is McKinney, Texas the right place for you to move here in the Dallas, Texas metro? Well, we're gonna pull up the map today and explore all around McKinney virtually, just so you can get an idea of what life is actually like in McKinney and see if it's the right fit for you. Now, McKinney is located about 30 miles north of downtown Dallas, and on any given day, it could take you anywhere between 35 to 55 minutes to get to downtown Dallas from McKinney. It's also only 33 miles away from DFW International Airport, so that's a really easy drive whenever you need to fly. But there's also plans in motion to make commercial flights available in McKinney, Texas at the McKinney National Airport within the next few years, which will be an amazing benefit to living in McKinney. McKinney is the third largest city in Collin County, right behind Plano and Frisco, and continues to see a ton of population growth. Since 1999, there's been over 380% growth of population, bringing it all the way up to a population of around 206,000 people. Before I start showing you around town, here's a quick overview of what we're going to be covering today. Now, I'm going to be showing you all around McKinney on a map today, and we're going to point out a lot of different things along the way, but we're going to kind of organize it in a way that it makes sense for you. So first, we're going to jump into entertainment and point out all the different things to do in McKinney, Texas. Then we're going to jump into education. We're going to talk about schools. I'm going to show you where some of those schools are located. Then we're going to jump into housing. We're going to point out a few of the popular neighborhoods in McKinney and talk a little bit more about what buying a home in McKinney, Texas is like and what home ownership is like and what it actually takes financially to do so. And then we're going to jump into recreation. We're going to point out some of the best parks in McKinney. We're going to talk about all the hike and bike trails and where you can actually get into the outdoors in McKinney, Texas. By the way, my name is Michael.caraway. I'm a realtor in the Dallas, Texas metro, and I absolutely love getting to work with people just like you who are looking to move to the Dallas, Texas metro. One of my favorite things to do is brainstorming what community is the perfect fit for you. So if you want some help figuring out where you want to land or just want somebody to help guide you to finding that perfect home, then reach out. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email, anytime. Seriously, I'm here to help you make the move to the Dallas, Texas metro. Now let's get to the map. So right now I have the historic downtown of McKinney pulled up, which is one of my absolute favorite places around. It's one of the oldest and largest historic districts in all of Texas. So the architecture here is actually really cool. And they've done a really good job at revitalizing the area and mixing kind of the old and the new. So it's a really cool environment. And you can see it's just off 75 here, more towards the north side of McKinney. And we're just gonna dive into street view here so you can get an idea of what it actually looks like here in the downtown area of McKinney. So as you can see, like I said, it's a lot of brick buildings, older buildings that in the inside, a lot of them have been revitalized. So a really cool area. Emporium Pies, by the way, if you like a good pie, it's a great place to check out. Definitely a must visit there. But as you continue down here, I mean, this is kind of the main square area. And one of the things about McKinney that you'll notice is that there's constantly events going on in McKinney. And a lot of them happen in the downtown area. So this is one of those places where, on the weekend, if there's a festival going on, it is packed. There's tents all around. There's like Oktoberfest. There is art and wine festivals. There's a 4th of July celebration that's amazing. Just a lot of stuff that goes on in this little area right here. And as you can see, there's more buildings here. There's some theaters in here, great places to eat. Some of my favorite places in Collin County are actually in McKinney and specifically in historic downtown McKinney. Places like Harvest or Local Yokel are amazing spots. Square Burger is another great spot. You also have Hutchins Barbecue, but they're all amazing, amazing spots to check out. As you can see, I mean, this is just a cool spot if you're bored on a weekend. Just come down and kind of wander around. Like, there is so much to check out here. So many cool little shops to check out. Within historic downtown McKinney specifically, there are over 120 different shops within this area. So there is a ton of places to check out. It's a perfect place to just go walk around, hop into a shop. When you get tired, go get some wine on a patio, eat some dinner, hang out at a park around town, and then head home and call it a day. Like, it is just a good spot to go on the weekends. Now in McKinney, Texas, there aren't a lot of town centers to go check out that have your shopping, your dining, and your drinking, all that kind of stuff. It really is kind of concentrated to historic downtown McKinney. Now there's a lot of standalone shops. There's a lot of places along like the 380 corridor up here or along 75 that are like the standalone restaurants or potentially standalone stores. There's an abundance of that. But if you want more of that destination shopping center, that place that feels a little bit more urban where you can walk around to shops and walk around to restaurants, then you're gonna have to get out of McKinney a little bit. But the nice thing is that McKinney is located conveniently to a lot of the other places around. So for example, Allen is just to the south. And in Allen, you've got Fairview Town Center, which is right over here, right off Stacy on the north side. You also have Allen Town Center right down here. You have Topgolf, Target, Cabela's, and a lot of standalone stores and restaurants in there as well. And the most popular place in Allen is going to be the Allen Premium Outlets, and that place is crazy. I made a whole video about Allen a few weeks ago and dove into how it's probably one of the best shopping areas in the DFW. So that's another place to check out that's just south of McKinney. And then one of my personal favorite places to go on the weekends is going to be down here just off of Bethany on the west side of 75, and that is Waters Creek. And Waters Creek is right here, and you have tons of restaurants and bars and shopping within here. Things like Mi Cocina, Cheesecake Factory, Bobo's is a good spot. Just Fish City Grill is another great spot. So a lot of restaurants and stuff to be had right over here, just south of McKinney. Now, if you go back up, just as a reference, historic downtown McKinney is up here. If you hop on Sam Rayburn right here, then you can get out down into Plano and Frisco pretty easily. Now, generally speaking, this Sam Rayburn is a divide between Frisco on the north side and McKinney over here a little bit, and then also Plano on the south side. And you're gonna find a lot of shopping where Dallas North Tollway and Sam Rayburn Tollway meet up. You have Legacy West right here. You've got Stonebriar, which is an amazing mall, massive mall with a lot of standalone dining and stuff around there. You've got the boardwalk that's just south of Stonebriar Mall. And then a little bit further down, you've got the Grandscape area, tons of stuff over there to get into for shopping and dining. And then if you go a little bit north, you can get into the Star, which is right here where Ford Center is. So it's the headquarters of Dallas Cowboys. They built like an urban town center around it. It's really cool. So just a ton of shopping within, a 30-minute drive of McKinney, where you're gonna get more of that urban feel. Now, not too far from downtown McKinney is Tupp's Brewery, and Tupp's is one of the most well-known breweries in all of DFW. They've had a lot of success, and it's one of the coolest places to go just grab a beer and hang out. As you can see in the pictures here, it's just a really casual place. There's all sorts of things going on at Tupp's all the time. They do a lot of live music, great beer, but they're actually going to be moving. They're picking up and they're going to be remodeling a 120-year-old grain mill and turning it into a 25,000 square foot state-of-the-art brewery facility. Now here's a rendering of what the Tupp's Brewery facility is going to look like. As you can see, it is going to be absolutely massive. There's going to be a production brewery on site. There's going to be a retail craft community shopping area to where small businesses can set up little shops within the grain bins and have people come in, kind of like a farmer's market feel. Obviously, there's tons of just green space and stuff to hang out and be able to enjoy a beer. It's really cool. When it's all said and done, it's about 40,000 square foot of buildings on 4 acres of land. So it's going to be pretty massive, and it's going to be one of the hot spots within McKinney, Texas for sure. And not too far from the new Tupp's Brewery facility is going to be the new McKinney, Texas City Hall. And you're probably thinking like, what's the big deal about a city hall? I don't really care about that. Well, as you can see, this is going to be a pretty massive development. Not only are they going to have spaces for community to leverage, but they're also going to have dedicated spots for food trucks outside. There's going to be a community park. It's going to be a cool spot where people can actually just go and hang out around and actually use the facilities in there. So that can't be said about every single city hall. And when it's all said and done, they're planning on spending about $50 million on this project. So it is going to be a pretty massive undertaking. So now that we've covered what there is to do in McKinney, Texas, let's actually jump over into the map again and let's start talking about education. Now, McKinney ISD enrolls more than 24,500 students, over 20 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 3 high schools. But that being said, only 2/3 of McKinney residents are actually in McKinney Independent School District. The remaining are all parts of other communities, so places like Prosper ISD, Allen, Melissa, Lovejoy, Salina, even Frisco. So when you actually go to buy a house, make sure that you're double checking what school your house will route to. Now, like I said, there are 3 main high schools in McKinney, Texas, and that is going to be McKinney High School, there's going to be McKinney Boyd High School, and then McKinney North High School. Now, greatschools.org is a tool that a lot of people use to figure out what the schools are like in a particular area. And it's not completely accurate, but it is a good rule of thumb to check out. So you could decide to use that as you're looking for your next house. But according to greatschools.org, McKinney North High School ranks 8 out of 10. McKinney Boyd ranks 6 out of 10, and McKinney High School ranks 6 out of 10 as well. So I would urge you to dive into why in particular those ratings are. You can go to greatschools.org and go deeper and look at all the data in there to just get a feel for what may have caused those ratings. But a lot of people love McKinney ISD, regardless of what the ratings say. So when you find a home that you're interested in, make sure that you're checking what school district that place actually routes to. You know, we can look at some general rule of thumbs here. If you're going to be down in this little corner down here, kind of close to Craig's Ranch, then you're probably going to be routing to Frisco ISD. If you're going to be more on the western side of McKinney here, Frisco ISD. If you're going to be more north, up in this area, there's potential that you're going to route to Prosper. And the same, if you get up into this area, there's potential you're going to route to Salina. And then if you get down into this area, that's where you could potentially get into Allen ISD or somewhere else. So it is just a rule of thumb that I can share here, but double check when you do go to buy a house to make sure that it routes to the school district that you want it to go to. So schools are important, but equally important is what kind of house you can actually get in McKinney, Texas. So we're gonna dive into 2 very different neighborhoods here in McKinney to give you a feel for the options available so you can get a feel for what's out there and see what's available at different price points. So that first community that we're going to check out is Trinity Falls, and Trinity Falls is located on the very north side of McKinney. It's a little far out there, and that's one of the complaints that I hear right off the bat is that it is a little bit further north. It is, you get into some farmland up there, but trust me, that is not going to be the case over the next few years. There is a ton of development going up that way, which we're going to talk about here shortly. But as you can see, it's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful area. So green up there. So beautiful. They've done an amazing job up there. There are beautiful homes. They've done a great job at landscaping. There are a ton of different things to do up in that community. The facilities are absolutely gorgeous and look brand new. There is just a lot to offer up in the Trinity Falls neighborhood. So as you can see, there's actually a lot of trails in Trinity Falls, which is one of the cool things about the neighborhood. But the most unique thing is that some trails lead into a 350-acre natural park that has trails within it as well. So, that's something cool that you don't just get it within the community, but the community is tapped into a larger network of 350 acres to get you out into nature without having to leave your neighborhood. So that's pretty cool. There's also just a ton of green open spaces. Like you can see here, there's several lakes and they have like a disc golf course around there. There's activities happening all of the time, and if you are new to the area, if you're moving from out of state, it's going to be an amazing spot for you to get to know a lot of people because there's always some sort of activity happening with other adults and kids and all that kind of stuff. There's a dog park, and that dog park literally is always full. Like every time I drive by it, there are literally probably 20 dogs there at any point in time. So it is pretty crazy. There's also 2 pools on the property, and I'm talking about really nice pools. As you can see here, like it looks like a resort style pool. They have co-working areas, fitness centers, they've got a catering kitchen, they've got places to lounge in the amenity centers, tons of playgrounds, and even next fall there's going to be a new school opening, a new elementary school opening in the Trinity Falls neighborhood. So your kids won't even have to leave the community. Now, homes can range anywhere from the mid 300s all the way up to 1.1 million. And to give you an idea of what your money can actually afford you in Trinity Falls, I'm going to pull up a few of the most recent listings. So this beautiful property right here is a 2,500 square foot, 4-bed, 3-bath house that has an absolutely beautiful interior. Like it is move-in ready. You do not have to do anything when you get in there. It's built in 2020, so a fairly new house, only 2-3 years old. And it is listed at $555,000. That is a great price. If you were going to try to get this same home in Prosper or Frisco, you're going to be paying a lot more money, especially for how nice this is inside. And the second property I wanted to show you is a 4-bed, 4-bath house, just over 4,000 square foot. It has massive ceilings and an open floor plan. Like, this is a great setup. It was actually built in 2017, but you couldn't tell that by looking at the pictures. And this one is listed at $700,000. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of houses available in Trinity Falls, and it kind of just depends on what your budget is and what you're looking for, on whether or not it makes sense for you to move to Trinity Falls. So now let's head over to another great neighborhood in McKinney, which is Stonebridge Ranch. Now Stonebridge Ranch is a little more conveniently located, and it is further developed, so you're not going to be out in the middle of nowhere. You're close to everything, and you're really close to downtown McKinney. I mean, it is not very far at all to get over to downtown McKinney. So location is prime time. Now that being said, the downfall is that they are a little more established homes. So you're not getting your new builds necessarily over there, but they are really nice homes, and the community is fantastic, like we're gonna check out right now. Stonebridge Ranch has over 8,000 single family homes, 1,700 multifamily units, 280 acres of retail, and 270 acres of office space. So there is a ton of real estate going on here. The amenities, again, are ridiculous, just like Trinity Falls was, potentially even crazier here, right? One of the things that's different here about Stonebridge Ranch is that they have its own beach club. And as you can see, it's literally like, it looks like a beach. There's sand, it goes into this really blue lagoon. People come out here on the weekends, it's packed, and just chill on the beach, have their kids go into the water. It is a crazy, crazy place, and it's a cool spot to hang out on a hot summer day. There's also a loop of almost 20 miles of trails within the boundaries of Stonebridge Ranch. So if you are a runner, a walker, a biker, there's plenty of space for you. There is a tennis club, there are pickleball courts, several pools within the neighborhood, there's parks, lakes and ponds, there's a country club, there's golf courses, tons of stuff going on in this neighborhood. Now, the neighborhood is a little more established than Trinity Falls. You're not getting your new construction, homes, but you are able to get some benefits from that. You get a little bit more of a established feel there. There's more mature trees. The homes are all brick and they do look beautiful, but some of the interiors may be a little outdated depending on the house that you are buying and the price point that you're buying at. So that's just something to keep in mind. And let's actually go check out a few houses so you can get an idea of what your money will get you in Stonebridge Ranch. So homes range from the 400s all the way up to nearly $2 million within Stonebridge Ranch. And this home in particular is priced right at $799,000. It is a 4,000 square foot house, 5 beds, 5 baths, has a pool and a huge yard, but it is a bit outdated, as you can see. And so for $799,000, you may not want to do anything when you get into the house. And in that case, you might want to look in a place like Trinity Falls. But if you're okay with some work and you've got the budget, then this, as far as location goes and the amenities around you, this could be an even better spot. Now, going up budget a little bit more, this house is listed at $1.3 million. It's a 4,488 square foot house, 5 beds, 5 baths, and has an absolutely insane outdoor entertainment space. Like, you got the pool, you got the outdoor kitchen, it backs up to a golf course. Like, this is prime real estate, and it is a beautiful, beautiful house for $1.3 million. But one of the cool things about McKinney is that you don't have to be trapped inside your house all the time. Like, there are so many opportunities to get outside and enjoy nature, and we're gonna dive into exactly what those opportunities are right now. Now, one of my favorite places to go in McKinney as far as getting outside is Bonnie Wink Park. This place is actually extra special to me because this is where I was walking when my wife and I decided that we wanted to move to Texas full time. So this is a great spot for us, and it's a fun memory for us as we walk through there all the time. As you can see, it's located off Virginia Parkway, just west of 75. It's pretty close to Stonebridge Ranch. So it's pretty convenient if you're living over in that area. Otherwise, it's easy jaunt right off 75. So it's a good location, and the park is absolutely beautiful. The playgrounds are absolutely nuts. Like, they're all brand new, it seems like, and they've done a really good job of designing those for all sorts of ages. There's a beautiful lake and a lot of just pavilions and stuff to have picnics and trails around the lakes, stuff like that. Just a beautiful spot to go for a walk. You got your swing sets, you can go on with the kids, more trails, more park. They actually have this fitness court that you can go and get a workout in. You can do your pull-ups, you can do your box jumps, tons of stuff within there. So that's kind of cool if you're on a walk or a run and then you want to finish it off with a quick workout, you can do that there. There's a huge dog park there. Now, looking a little more broadly, the city of McKinney maintains over 80 miles of hike and bike trails and almost 3,000 acres of parks and open spaces. And those spaces can range anywhere from parkland all the way to cityscapes. Now, if you're really looking to get into nature, one of the coolest parks to go to is Irwin Park. It's over 212 acres. There are 3 picnic pavilions. There are 12 designated campfire sites that you can actually go bring your own wood and enjoy a campfire without having to actually camp there. So that's kind of cool. You have a ton of natural wooded areas, over 10 miles of mountain bike trails. You've got campsites if you do want to camp there. You've got playgrounds and just a ton of open space to check out. And if you're into golf, McKinney is a great place for you. There are some amazing golf courses here that are highly renowned. And Stonebridge Ranch Country Club is one of those. It is an absolute beautiful course. You also have El Dorado Country Club, Westridge, and TPC Craig Ranch, as well as many others to check out. So there are no shortage of places to golf if you are into that. Now, as far as lakes go, the closest ones that you're likely going to want to visit are going to be Lake Lavon and Lake Louisville. So there is opportunity to get out on the lake, get on a boat, go fishing, things like that. Now, Lavon Lake is approximately 28 minutes from McKinney, and Lake Louisville is about 40 minutes away. So again, not right at your back door, but it's not too far of a drive. And remember, no matter where you are in the process, make sure to reach out. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email anytime. Seriously, I'm here to help you make the move to Dallas, Texas. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you're notified every single time that we're publishing videos about the Dallas, Texas Metro. Until next time, I'll see you later.